What is up, my dudes? It's your boy, Easy Peasy Ham and Cheesy, back with another video. And so I know yesterday I said that was bulk recording videos, and so you wouldn't get a video recorded day of except for that for a little bit. But I was looking through yesterday, and I realized that my 1 year anniversary of uploading videos was August 23rd, and I just wanted to get this up like as soon as I could, close to that. So what I did is I have as you guys probably know, if you're watching this, I bet you enjoy Pokemon, and so you probably know what the Pokemon trading card game is. So I went through and I looked at all my starter Pokemon cards, and I uh, built teams based off them. So all of them have two, all of them have like three move. All of them except Greninja, because I didn't have I only had a Froggy and a Frogadier, and no, and each of them only had one move. So Greninja only has two moves from the cards, but all the other ones have three, and the grass, water, fire pledge moves. And then I filled up Greninja's extra spot with the Blizzard just to give me some more coverage. And so yeah, basically, if you use grass and fire, if you use multiple pledge moves together, whichever one is super effective. So like if you gets an it's that type, and you get a little bonus if you use grass and fire pledge together. You get a Sea of Fire, which deals an eighth of their health um, every turn for 4 turns. If you use Water and Fire, you get Swamp, Water and Fire gets you Rainbow, which doubles your chances to have increase like added things. So if I were to use Ember, there'd be a 20% chance to burn instead of 10%. And then if you use water and grass, you get a swamp on their side, which halves their speed. So yeah, he sends out a Thundurus and a Smeargle, and a what's the Smeargle? Yeah, I'm gonna use Grass Pledge and Fire Pledge uh on his Thundurus. I'll start up the timer, move my little recording bubble. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy. I've done a few of these before, and I'm definitely gonna do more of them in the future because other than this, I've never used any of the pledge moves because I didn't have anybody to trade with, and so I only had the one starter, and if you don't use them together, it's just 100% accuracy, 80 base power move, which I mean it's good, but not like it's like there are much better moves to have on it. He didn't leave or anything. He's just a little inactive. What's he gonna do? But yeah, other than this, unless he uses nasty plot, but the fire pledge and the grass pledge hit together, and you can see it said a sea of fire was set up. So and then they each lost an eighth of their health to the sea of fire, and then I'm gonna leech seed his Smeargle, and then finish off his Thunderous with just a straight fire pledge. He uses Soak. Always gonna gig. Oh, he switches my type and then hits me with the super effective move. So I'm gonna hit his Smeargle with Leech Seed. So now Smeargle's taking a lot of damage each turn. Then I'm gonna switch out to Emboar because I don't want to go out to a fighting type where or a water type where he can just Thunderbolt me again. Then I'm gonna use Leech Seed on his Thundurus and roll out on his. He's doing it again. Thunderbolt, and I hoped it wouldn't one shot me, but it did. But I'm gonna Thunderbolt that, and that mixed with the Sea of Fire is enough to finish that off. So he can't. His tyranny will stand no longer. Then I'm gonna switch into my Empoleon. He's gonna do the same thing again. So I'm gonna Leech Seed him, and then actually, no, I'm gonna use grass. I'm gonna finish off this. Hopefully I'll outspeed. Oh, he soaks there. It does one shot, but the that is enough to finish him off, so we can't do it anymore. The Sea of Fire, it disappeared, which it does that, and that sucks. So he sends out a Tapu Fini, and that he probably is the same thing with that too. But so I'm gonna use Grass and Water Pledge because that those two together will be super effective. He protects his Sceptile, and he uses Soak on the Venusaur. So I'm gonna use Grass and Water Pledge, and those together combined to so it lives on 1 health. I'm gonna Leech Seed the Venus or the Sceptile and use Aqua Jet on the Corvus mummy thing to just finish him off. He, I guess alright. He's immune to it. He uses Energy Ball on me. How long does the soak last? He sends out the sends that out. And I'm gonna poison it. And Venusaur's going down no matter what. So I'm gonna surf. No, Surf is not very effective on any of them. But I don't have a better option really. So yeah, I'm gonna and I missed the poison powder. I hit him with Surf, and that finishes off Venusaur. And so he uses Energy Ball on me and it's gonna Sky Drop me. So I'm gonna send out my Greninja. I'm gonna use Blizzard because it'll be super effective against the Sceptile. Then I'm gonna use Aqua Jet on uh, uh it misses, and it missed that. Energy ball. No, dang it! And I'm gonna make this an extra long video, just cause or like I guess most of my videos have been longer, but I'm gonna bring it to like 25 minutes, just because like it's my 1 year anniversary since I uploaded my first video thing. So yeah, that was uh didn't go well, but I in one of my earlier videos I talked about a guy who had a it was an electro. He basically did a thing with an Electivire, a Shedinja, and a and where he gave the Electivire had a air balloon, and then the Shedinja gave him Wonder Guard, so it was impossible to hit him. Well, I found someone who did that again, but luckily I knew what he was doing, so I toxicked him and used the Sea of Fire, which he could still get hurt by that, but it wasn't enough, and he was able to finish me off. So I'm gonna send out the Chestnut. Um, I'm gonna use Grass Pledge and Fire Pledge on Cute Blooper, because it'll be neutral, because he is a water type, but he's a nice type. And then I flinched. He Frost Breaths himself to get the attack boost. And now that he is my K is my the biggest threat, so I'm gonna Leech Seed it. So if he switches out to get the Leech Seed off, he'll also lose the attack drop. So he either has to stay in and just keep healing me little bit by bit, or loses the big or he loses the attack boost. He uses Earthquake, finishes off my Typhlosion and his cute Blobber. The Leech Seed hits. He heals a bit with his leftovers. I heal with my leftovers, and then I sap his health. So now I'm gonna switch out to Empoleon. He switches out to Boris. And I'm just gonna Grass Pledge and Water Pledge the K. So this will make a Swamp, which if they both hit, which I hope they will, it'll use a Zen Headbutt, which one shots me. I hit him with the Water Pledge and he killed the Pokemon that would have gotten the boost from Leech Seed, and he would have gotten finished off with that. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve and then Leech Seed the Bayonet, and then I'm gonna Mega Evolve, Leech Seed, Bayonet, and then I'm gonna use Aqua. Nope. Okay, good. Mega Evolve, Leech Seed, No! I did the, dang it! I meant to Leech Seed, I meant to, I was trying to Aqua Jet uh, the thing, the Taurus, because then he would have died right away. So, I mean, I'm gonna poison the, here, poison the, Bayonet, and then, wait, what type is Bayonet? Bayonet is a ghost type, and then I'm gonna lick him, because it'll be super effective. He uses Shadow Sneak, does a lot of damage, but I resist it. I lick him, it's super effective. He uses Earthquake, finishes off his Boris, but also both of my two mons. And again, he knocks out the one who would benefit from the Leech Seed, so he doesn't tip it. I'm gonna switch it in so that my Emboar will get the Leech Seed, will get the bonus from the Leech Seed. Then I'm gonna use a Z. I would have used a Z move, but he one-shot me with Psychic, and so, yeah, as you can see, making making a team based off of a bunch of Pokemon cards isn't the best, but I mean, I just think it's fun. So he has a lot of Pokemon, a lot of electric types, and so that's not good. So I'm gonna go out to Venusaur and Typhlosion, because they'll both be super, or they're, neither of them will be weak to any of his electric types, or he can just immediately forfeit before the battle even started. So I'm gonna, yeah. All right, so I just I'll probably do this battle, like I'll probably use this team again, but I'm not gonna use it very much, just cause like to keep it special. So he sends out Whimsicott and Incineroar, and we'll use all those. So I'm gonna send out my Greninja and my Greninja and my Venusaur, because he sends out the Terrakion and that. So I'm gonna hit them both with Blizzard, because it'll be super effective against Whimsicott. And then I'll hit them both with Blizzard, Mega Evolve, and then hit the Terrakion with Grass Pledge. Blizzard does both of them. It does a good amount to Whimsicott, some to Terrakion. He beats up Terrakion to get the attack boost. Oh, and it's a repetitive move, so he gets a lot of attack boosts, and it barely does any health. And that's just how how many hits? That was 6 hits. He uses Sacred Sword to finish off the Greninja. But then I'm gonna use Leaf Pledge. Does a good amount to Terrakion, but he heals up again. And oh. So I'm gonna send out Typhlosion. I'm gonna uh I'm gonna hit Whimsicott with the Ember, and then Terrakion with another Grass Pledge to just hopefully finish him off, and that should finish off the Whimsicott. Well, did he? He's he's picking his moves, and I don't think anyone has done something like this, like just pledge moves, and then also based off of Pokemon cards. So I thought it'd be new and innovative, and it's just I like it, and it's a bunch of fun. So I take out his thing that he was gonna try to use to sweep my whole team, the Terrakion, but then he goes out to an Alakazam. I'm gonna use um Aqua Jet, or no, it'll be not very effective, but Water Pledge and Grass Pledge on the Alakazam, because it'll lower both of their speeds. He uses Psychic and finishes off my Venusaur, so I'm not gonna get the Swamp off. He Moonblasts me, lowers my special attack, but the Water Pledge does a decent amount to Alakazam, and I don't expect to win like literally any battles with this team, because it's not it's very bad, but it's just it was a lot of fun to make. and I'm pretty sure it's pretty innovative. And so, I mean, why not? So he finished it. He one-shots my chestnut. I'm use water pledge again. Now I'm gonna use Aqua Jet on the Alakazam, and then uh Aqua Jet the Alakazam, and then he crash on the Alakazam 'cause he's just one, just in case it doesn't, he's gonna psychic, and that's gonna one shot the Emboar, which sucks. Moonblast my Empoleon. And so now I'm gonna surf on both of them, and it'll finish off the Alakazam. It might finish the Whimsicott. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe he psychics me and then Moonblasts me. But I'll survive. I hit him with the surf. Finishes off Alakazam. Does a lot to Whimsicott, but the Whimsicott eats a berry and heals up again. So yeah. I, my best option is just to surf again, but I'm not gonna get the chance because he's gonna thunderbolt me. So I'm 0 for 3. No, either once this is gonna go till either 25 minutes or when I win, when I actually win a battle. So you guys, if my team's as bad as it has been, you guys could get like an hour-long video. So he sends out a few Pokemon. I'm gonna start out with the Greninja because he has a Dragonite, and then the Venusaur too, because Greninja has Blizzard. Send out Greninja and Venusaur. Dragonite, 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 Dragonite. Oh, yes, yes, yes! He sends out the Dragonite. I'm gonna use Blizzard on both of them, and then I'm going to Mega Evolve and no, Blizzard on both, Mega Evolve, and then um Grass Pledge Kartana, I guess, because it Blizzard on both. It doesn't 4 times super effective. Doesn't kill the Dragonite. Okay, and then he uses Beast Boost, but he outrages. Does a good amount to my Venusaur. Grass Pledge, even though it's resisted, it finishes off the Kartana. I'm gonna go and send out my Emboar now because it has a Z move, and I'm gonna whoever he sends out. All right, I can use um Z move on the Manectric, and then I'm gonna poison the Dragonite just in case he Mega Evolves. He hits uh Venusaur with the hidden power. He outrages, and that's gonna finish off the Venusaur. But I use my Z move, Infernal Overload. I do a good amount to Manectric, but not a ton. And I'm gonna switch out to, I'm gonna send out my Empoleon. I'm going to use Rollout on Dragonite, and then Brine on Emor, but he or Dragonite because it does double damage if it's super effective. But he outrages, he confuses himself. The Rollout does some damage, but not a ton. I'm gonna send out the Chestnut again. The only thing I can do is roll out. Then I'm going to Grass Pledge Chestnut, or the Midnight Trick. He uses Outrage again, which kills my Chestnut, but the rollout finishes his Dragonite. So the only thing I can do is send out my Typhlosion. He's probably going to send out the Gastrodon. I forget the time. Yep, he sends out the Gastrodon, which, I mean, it's a good move. I'll use Rollout on that, and then Fire Pledge to, if he survives, he's probably going to use Earthquake and one-shot both of my Pokemon. I'll use Fire Pledge. He uses Thunderbolt on my Emboar. Fire Pledge, finish off the Manectric. Rollout, it resists it, but it did some damage. He uses Scald on my Typhlosion. I healed a bit. Who's he gonna send out now? It's getting closer, but it's still not looking very good at all. Sends out the Volcarona with the air balloon. I'm gonna roll out Gastrodon and pop his air balloon and pop Volcarona's air balloon. It'll be neutral, and I pop the balloon, but I don't. It doesn't really matter because I don't have any ground moves anyway. I use rollout and miss. He Scald finishes off my Typhlosion, and I healed a bit. He healed a bit. I'm just gonna keep fire pledging the Volcarona, cause there's nothing really I can do. Yeah, unless I get he uses Fiery Dance, and he's gonna finish me off with this gold. So unless I win this next battle, you guys are gonna get a video longer than 25 minutes. Um, so yeah, I'm searching, but it might end here if something goes wrong in the next battle. So if there's a point where it just like at the end of a battle, it just cuts and stops without any intro or without my usual outro. It's because that's what's happened the last two times I've tried to record this, and and I'm just gonna say there might be just a random cut to end it because I've recorded this enough. Yeah. So I'm gonna send out the Typhlosion and the Empoleon. He sends out the Renucleus, Jello, and his totem Tapu Lele. I'm gonna use Fire Pledge on. I'm gonna use Fire and Water Pledge on the Tapu uh Tapu Tapu Lele, and then that'll make it so if I use Ember or Fire Punch, um, it'll increase my chances of burning. Use a Psychic on Typhlosion, it does a good amount of damage. Then I'm gonna Then I'm gonna Fire Punch Jello and use Brine on the Totem because it'll be extra powerful because it's below half health. I'll turn the timer on. Um, he's taking his time to pick a move because he's scared and he knows I'm just that good at Fire Punch. He thunderbolts my uh thunderbolts me and psychics me, taking out both of my Pokemon, but I left both of his in pretty weak states. So I'm gonna send out the Venusaur and the Emboar. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and just try and finish and then Heat Crash on Totem because if he gets the Psychic off on Emboar, he's gonna one-shot it, and he does. The Grass Pledge does some damage to Jello, but he just Psychics the Venusaur right back. And so now I'm gonna send out someone who's immune to Psychic and someone who's very, very weak to Psychic. Not like just someone who's weak to Psychic. So I'm gonna use Blizzard, which should finish him off. But if not, I'll use alright, yeah, it did finish both of them off. And because I finished my Greninja uh now it is an Ash Greninja, which I don't really know what it does when he like kind of Mega Evolves, not really, just like yeah, I don't really know what it does. I'm gonna use Bounce on on Fluff because it'll be super effective. And then Leech Seed Sparky, his Manectric Mega Evolved. He Thunderbolts me, one-shots me, okay, thank you. He uses Double Edge on me, loses some health of its own. I'm Leech Seed the Sparky, heal up a bit with my leftovers and a bit with his Leech Seed. Then I'm gonna Grass Pledge on Fluff, just straight up if I get the chance, but I'm not gonna see double shot or double edge at me, so that's gonna be it. So we're going into yet another one because this team is very bad. He's using it looks like a bug type monotype, so I'm gonna send out the Typhlosion and the and my Venusaur. He's because for Spider-Man his Araquid, and then Pheromosa's Bug and Flying. So I'm gonna use Fire Pledge on Pheromosa, Mega Evolve Grass Pledge on Pheromosa too. He uses Drill Run almost kills my Typhlosion. But I'm able to get the Fire Pledge and the Grass Pledge off. It would one-shot it, but it has a Focus Sash. But he finishes off my Typhlosion, but the Sea of Fire is gonna be enough to finish off his Pheromosa. All right, I'll send out my Greninja too. So I'm gonna try and save the Emboar because he still is a water type out. But I'm gonna use Bounce on Spider-Man and then Leech Seed his Escavalier because flying is good. Turn the timer on. Flying is good against Bug, and so that'll be helpful. Uses Lunge, drops Venusaur's attack, misses a Mega Horn on the Greninja. I heal and I get some health from the Leech Seeded Escavalier. Then I'm gonna wait. What type is Escavalier? He is a Steel type, so I'm gonna bounce and then I'll bounce. Does super effective. It does a good amount of damage, but it paralyzes. Grass Pledge does some to Escavalier, but not a lot. He hits the Mega Horn on me. Then I'm gonna. They're both hurt by the Sea of Fire. Then I'm gonna Blizzard them both and Blizzard them both, and then Grass Pledge Escavalier just in case he doesn't die from it, and neither of them do. So the Grass Pledge on Escavalier does some damage, not a lot of damage. It's looking like I might win this, except for the fact that he uses a super effective lunge on me. So then I'm gonna send out my Chestnut. I'll use Grass Pledge on Spider-Man, and then wait, which has better physical attack? Oh yeah, so I'll use Grass Pledge on Escavalier, and then Grass Pledge on Spider-Man. Spider-Man goes down. Escavalier loses some of its health from the Grass Pledge, but not a lot. But it's going to be enough where it's going to faint from the Leech Seed. That finishes him off. So now he doesn't have anything. I don't think he'll have anything that'll be super effective against my Emboar. And two of his Pokemon are 4 times weak to it. And I have a Z move on it, which 4 times it'll definitely one-shot it. Even if it's holding one of the berries it resists, that makes it so it's not very effective on fire type. Or super effective moves do less. I'm gonna Leech Seed the Volcarona. Poison the Volcarona too, just to chip away at its health, because he uses Quiver Dance. Poison Powder misses. Leech Seed hits, and he's setting up Toxic Spikes. I heal a bit, and then I'm gonna use Leech Seed again on the Fortress, and then Poison Powder again on the or I'm gonna use Leech Seed on the Fortress, and then Poison Powder the Volcarona, because it should do a bunch of damage. Fiery Dance super effective on the Venusaur. So the Leech Seed misses the Fortress. Fortress sets up another Toxic Spikes. I'm gonna send out Empoleon because it's Aqua. It ain't well. I guess that was an accident, but it's super effective on, or it won't get poisoned. And I can use Aqua Jet, which will be super effective on the Volcarona. It does some damage, not a ton. Fiery Dance on my Chestnut gets a special attack boost from that, and he's just setting up the entry hazards a lot. I'll send in my Emboar, he loses health and gets badly poisoned. So I'm gonna use my Z move on him, and then wait, let me just check how much Aqua Jet did before. Aqua Jet did 37%, so that will be enough to finish off the Volcarona. And then so he'll be down if both of my moves hit. He will be down to just the Scizor because it's 4 times super effective Z move. Inferno Overdrive hits, and it has freaking sturdy. Really? It has sturdy. So I'm just gonna he's switching out goes out to Scizor. Who I'll use Fire Pledge on that, and then I'm gonna Aqua Jet the Fortress just to finish him off. He Mega Evolves. I guess I didn't hit Aqua Jet. I must have hit Brine. He Swords Dances up. I did hit Brine, finish off the fortress, and this has been a longer video, and he forfeited. He forfeited, and even with this, you know how I don't like to end on forfeits, but that was pretty much a win. So I'm gonna set up a high limit on 35 minutes for this, just because this is I fought this guy before. Yeah, his bayonet is mega, and yeah, I fought him before. It might have been in this one, might have been in another one. But I'm gonna send out the Empoleon and the Typhlosion because this will be the last battle, most likely, because this video is just getting insanely long. Uh, and I've already recorded a few times. Uh, he sends out the Primate. I'm gonna use Water Pledge and Fire Pledge, not on the Mew, because it'll set up the rainbow, so when I use Ember stuff, it'll have a higher chance to burn. I use Fire Pledge and Water Pledge, does a good amount of a good amount of damage, and it's super effective on both of my Pokemon. He Frost Breath critical hits, and that does a good amount on Bob. So now I'm going to hit Mew with the Brine because um it's at half health, so it'll do extra damage. And then I'm gonna hit Bob with the Fire Punch because of the rainbow. We'll turn on the timer. The rainbow, it'll have an extra high chance to burn, or it could just, and it did, and the burn will cut its boosted or its very boosted attack, and um sadly it has a leftovers, so it's not enough to finish him off all just outright. And so I'm gonna send out Greninja and Chestnut. I'll use Grass Pledge and then on Mew and then Blizzard on both because that'll be enough to I get the freeze because of the rainbow. Battle Bond Ash Greninja. He's frozen. I hit him with the Grass Pledge. That'll be very helpful. Uh, both my Pokemon are at full health. He's a Psychic type, so I'll use Grass Pledge to finish off the Mew, and then I'll lick the he one shot. I was gonna lick the Deoxys, but I'm not gonna get to because he finishes me off. Um, sorry, I just hit the mic. I'll send out the Emboar, and I'm gonna Grass Pledge, and then Z Power Inferno Overdrive. Hopefully it does a good amount of damage. I'm surprised he didn't use Psychic on my Emboar. I one shot him. Grass Pledge does some damage, not enough to finish him off. And hopefully he's been frozen for a long time. So I'm gonna um I'll use here wait, who weighs that's just temporary. And then I'll use I'm gonna Leech Seed K, and then I'm just gonna try to finish Jack off or truck jacking off before he heals up again, or before he thaws out. I Leech Seed the Taurus. It's now tied up 2-2. Sends out a cute Blobber, and I'll Leech Seed that, and then Heat Crash that, because it doesn't weigh much. Um, it's a crit, and it didn't even do that much, but I'll Leech Seed it again. It uses Frost Breath again, which will boost up his attack a lot. But I think the rainbow will have disappeared by now. It'll say like, oh, the rainbow is gone. Yep, the rainbow disappeared. Um, so I have less chance of getting the burn off. I'm gonna just focus and try and take out, uh, Taurus. He earthquakes, one shots Embor, finishes off Cute Blobber. I grass pledge it, and that plus the leech seed's gonna be enough to finish him off. So it's now a 2v1, and I've reached the time limit, so this is definitely gonna be the last battle. But it's looking like, I mean, I got the 2v1. I, I still might lose, because no, Ghost isn't super effective against Chestnut's fighting type, but it'll still do a lot of damage. And so you guys are getting this, plus the video that'll upload at the same time of the, of the, uh, what do you call it? Of all my Pokemon being there, of my team and just there. He's taking a wild switch in. I hope he doesn't forfeit. Okay, he disconnected for a bit. Um, he's back. What's he gonna do? I mean, no, there's only one thing he can do. He sends out the Bayonet. I send out my Venusaur. I'm gonna hit it with a leech seed poison powder, just to chip it down. We each Mega Evolve. He knocks off my Chestnut, knocks off his leftovers. I poison it. Hopefully I'll hit the leech seed. I hit the leech seed, so now it's just chipping away, and it doesn't have a leftovers. So I'll use I'll use 2 grass pledges on it. Shadow Claws Chestnut hits it, doesn't do much. Gra I think the 2 grass pledges are enough to finish him off. So anyway, thank you all for coming out to another one of my videos. My team will be in the description if any of you guys are crazy enough to use it. And remember, life's a breezy if you keep it easy peasy, ham and cheesy. Bye!